I was at a place in my life that I was in such turmoil myself. I have PTSD. I'm a survivor of suicide. My brother died by suicide, and multiple traumas that happened within a very short period of time. And I was in a place of pivot because in a support group that I was in, somebody was asking how long people had been dealing with PTSD. And one woman said 43 years and counting.
Wow.
And it was that moment I said, no, I can't. I can't do this for the rest of my life. I can't be in this place. I need to be proactive, and I need to find what's going to help me. So, on top of therapy, on top of these trauma groups, I was starting out on a path to my own wellness and taking responsibility. So your program came along at just the right time when I was just starting to go, where do I look? What do I do? What do I try? And I was already in a place where I was journaling, and I was trying to write down, things on a daily basis that I was grateful for. So it was just starting to become a practice with me. And I was finding it really difficult. Some days my gratitude was, thank you for this coffee in my cup. Or thank you for caffeine. I am grateful for caffeine. So it was a stretch, but little did I know is that all it takes is that little step. And so when you offered that program, I was like, yeah, hell, I'll try anything at this point, because I am not going to be the person that says 43 years and counting with PTSD. To be responsible for my journey. And I didn't know what that looked like. I just knew that I couldn't rely on anyone else to fix me, that I needed to start doing something for myself. And then through the experiment in those 28 days, which seems really daunting at first, but really it was no time at all that was required of me. And so that concept of 5 minutes to gratitude, I thought, okay, if I can't give 5 minutes of my day, then I have a bigger issue to deal with. And so I was eager to jump in, and I started in the program. And the first day I'm like, yeah, I got this. And then, the second day I'm like, yep, I can still do this. And then the third day I'm like, oh boy, I've got to really think about this, because you presented these prompts and made us think about things that we don't often think about, like recognizing that child in us and going back to that child. And that part was huge for me, because I started to really tap into that relationship with that child in me.
Mm-hmm.
And I started remembering a lot of things from my childhood. And so I almost feel like the gratitude experiment brought me full circle, that I was able to connect in a way that I saw this trajectory that happened in my life. And it brought me back to that place, to that point in my life where it's the last place I remember being fully happy, safe, content, loved, and I truly understood the value of family and relationships. So, just in those daily prompts that you gave us, and then I was hooked at that point, because I'm like, oh crap, like that was such a great shift for me. And it started opening up all kinds of things that I started to get excited about life again. And that was huge for me, because with PTSD, you spend your life in fear, and you're fearful of everything. So it puts you in this place of being paralyzed. And so all of a sudden, I wasn't feeling paralyzed anymore. I was actually excited to see what the day might bring. And that was something I hadn't felt in years and years and years. That I absolutely love about FMTG is the community that you've built. Because when we are all seeking that place of gratitude, and we are all working towards that and the betterment of self, we very naturally create a community of support and love, and it's unconditional love. There's no judgment. There's only people there who are wanting to support and lift you up and help you in your time of need. And there are people in that group who reached out to me and really were so helpful in, even if it was just a message in a day, just saying, you are enough today. I think you almost wish it was mandatory that every human being on the earth had to do this course as a rite of passage, right? Like it really should be, how they do, in some tribes and some cultures, they have these rites of passages. This should be for like global rite of passage for you to be able to, turn 18 and vote. You should have to have completed the FMTG. I think it has nothing but benefits. And whether it's somebody who is hurting and trying to deal with trauma, whether it's somebody who feels stuck in their life, or whether it's just somebody who wants to build on something that they're already creating, this gratitude, I think there's something in it for everybody.